Hi there. Welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. In today's show, some priority healthy lifestyle habits for young people. Sit back and relax for these and more to come as we turn the pages of Jamaica Magazine.
Cancer, stress, high blood pressure. Guard yourself against these potentially deadly conditions by eating healthy. Give your body long life with foods such as low-fat milk, dried and fresh peas and beans, unsalted nuts and seeds, fresh vegetables, fruits and coconut water, and eliminate processed seasonings such as seasoning salt, soy sauces and ketchup. When it comes to meats, remember to remove the skin to reduce the intake of fats and oils. Meats should also be baked, steamed, grilled or roasted. Fish is also a preferred protein option. To eat healthy, fill your body with a variety of foods from all the food groups. And remember, eat at a slow pace and in small bites to help aid digestion. This helps to maintain a healthy, balanced and nutritious diet, strengthening your body to ward off illness and prolong life.
Don't smoke. Avoid alcohol. Consume a balanced diet and exercise regularly. These activities elude many of us as they seem hard tasks to maintain. But as your doctor will tell you, these are key lifestyle practices we should all make a habit. The earlier, the better.
Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Just like how you want to invest, right? In the future, you save your money because you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, whatever it is that you want to do, you invest your money. That's the same way you have to invest in your health now, so that later on, you'll be able to see the rewards.
So what makes up an investment in a healthy future? A balanced diet, regular exercise, and staying away from harmful drugs are some elements. A balanced diet helps prevent conditions such as obesity and reduces the risk of heart disease and other illnesses.
A lot of emphasis on fruits and veggies. You guys know your fresh fruits, your apples, oranges, bananas, your vegetables, string beans, carrots, callaloo. You want to have a variety. I always think of colors. Colors are a good guide if you know nothing about nutrition. Whole grain and high fiber. The whole wheat bread is good, your whole wheat pasta, but I really want us to make our diet predominantly our ground food, breadfruit, yams, sweet potato, green banana, plantain. Also our oily fish such as sardines or salmon or tuna or mackerel. Those are fantastic for our omega-3. Lean meats, that's our chicken, fish, pork. Our dairy, soy milk, regular cow's milk, either which one you want to get your calcium, especially for the growing bones. Also, we want to reduce our sugars, that's mostly seen in our fruit juices or sodas.
Once you've established what a balanced diet looks like, it's important to use the right portions.
Half your bowl of vegetables. Look at the callaloo there, and a quarter of your protein, that's your 2 eggs, and another quarter of your starch, that's your green banana. Or you can go down the bottom, and nothing is wrong with having a little bit of healthy fat. Healthy fat is your avocado pear. Very, very, very good for you. Will help clear your arteries.
You should be exercising 3 to 4 times per week just to maintain. If you want to improve your fitness level, you want to be an athlete, you need to be exercising at least 4 to 5 times per week consistently, all right, in order to maintain your health.
A regular 30-minute exercise regime does not necessarily mean going to the gym. With just a chair, you can do a lot. Warm-up exercises, upper and lower body strengthening, abdominals.
Imagine you're hearing the words of boy, you're workless, you're a fool, you come like a workless pooper, all of these different things. How you gonna feel about yourself? You're gonna feel bad. So most person to know is use drugs to feel better about themselves. But the sad truth about this is that the drug don't solve the problem.
Smoking of cigarettes, one commonly used drug, is a contributor to several disorders and cancers.
92% of all oral cancer is caused from smoking tobacco. 82% of all lung cancer is caused from smoking tobacco. Yes, 80 plus chemicals inside of it contribute to gum disease. That's why the teeth change color or they drop out.
Hookah, also known as water pipe tobacco, is no less dangerous. An hour-long smoking session is equal to inhaling smoke from 100 to 200 cigarettes. When it comes to smoking marijuana or ganja, its effect on a teenager is different from an adult smoker. In addition to smoke causing damage to the lungs, it impacts the brain.
Your brain is not yet fully developed. Where the box is, that part of the brain controls the executive function of the body. Weighing risk, consequent, thinking, all of this. How much you know have a friend right now and they must smoke weed? And like they can't reason properly. It's like your friend a change. How much person knows somebody know while smoke weed and it's like they get ignorant easy.
Research shows that frequent smoking of ganja from the teenage years into adulthood leads to a significant decline in IQ levels. The dangers of smoking ganja are heightened when unknowingly combined with other ingredients.
Most of you get your weed from your friend them, right? You don't know where your friend them or the shop or anybody or the dealer give you. Because if somebody want to mash up your life, all them have to put a lizard tail in it and it done. Or they mix it with cocaine and it done. So you don't know where you are smoke. So that's why I said every time you smoke is like a gambler risk.
Then there is grabba, a deadly mix of ganja with tobacco and sometimes with other ingredients.
When it comes to the red herring grabber and the red rose, that's what they call a hot grabber because those are the one with chemicals. How they make the red herring grabber is simple this way. Grabber is tobacco leaf. So what they do is mix the tobacco leaf with the red herring fish. Then wrap it up or they dip the tobacco in the water and let it dry. So when you're smoking that now, you're smoking chemicals from fish, tobacco, and ganja.
So, maintain a healthy diet, exercise regularly, and stay away from drugs. These should help you reap healthy rewards later in life. If you need help in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, contact the National Council on Drug Abuse at 926-9002-4 or the Jamaica Cancer Society at 927-4265.
Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
How well do you know your child? What he or she likes or dislikes? Favorite food or color? How about who their friends are? Make the time. Get to know your child. It helps to build their relationship. Makes it easy to keep them safe and it helps their development process.
Father, the protector of the family, provider of the necessities, and yes, emotional support and role model. A good father is all this and more.
I wanted us to be a very good father, a caring and loving father for my children. The reason why I really want to be that father is, I believe I want to be like somebody who I think that someone can emulate, so I try my endeavor best to be what I am today. That father with that courage and wisdom, to assist my children in all ways I can, just as good as I can.
Daddy plays a very important role in our life, right? So he's like a mentor to us and those things, because he set very good example.
My father is a good father. He do what he can do for, and he work very hard for, and he will tell us what to do for him, and we will do it for him.
He works extremely hard. When I say extremely hard, I mean late hours, just to ensure that his children, they are happy, they are comfortable. He is a person who will just encourage them. You see, if there are times when they feel let down, like at school, he will try and motivate them. He tells them at all times that they can make it. It doesn't matter what they can achieve. And he's very passionate about education, and therefore is that type of person who wants to see his children be the best. they can be. We have some men who, because of their child challenges and all of that, they would deter. That is not Richard. He is so passionate about Richie. I don't know because of his challenges why he's so passionate about him, especially. He would go the extra mile to ensure that all appointments are filled, and he takes him to school in the morning.
As a father, when I acknowledge that my son having the problem that he had cerebral palsy, I was really sad. And I was sad, and then I began to pray, and get some strength. And my wife, she was crying, and I just have to encourage in the family. Richard have progressed thus far, and from where he's coming from. Remember, boy, when he was like in 6 months, when he was 5 years old. I have to lift him up, bring him to Mona Rehab. Today, I do not have to lift him again. He can walk, balance a little bit, much better by himself. So I am today, I'm being a proud dad, seeing the progress that he's making through God.
He is not embarrassed about his son's challenges. He's proud of him. If you want to get him upset, try to belittle that child. To me, Richard sees Richard as a normal child. He does not see him with those challenges.
So you feel now today, Richard?
I am bad and I...
That's good, man. God has been giving the strength that, you can really cope. So you're coping in this situation, Richard?
Yeah, God grace.
With God's grace. Wonderful. We continue pray, and our friend of ours to pray with us, and our church family would encourage us to hold the faith, and we continue to do it.
He's really a family man, and he loves his children dearly. It goes without saying, this man loves his children dearly.
He will get up in the mornings and prepare their breakfast. That's how dedicated he is. He will go the extra mile. It doesn't matter what it takes for him to let the family feel comfortable. That's the person you're looking at. And I really love him, and I appreciate him for that. I think God has given me the best man in the whole entire world. He is really a great father, and he's a great role model for his kids. Great role model. And because of that, especially Richard, he loves church.
My son is here to me.
I remember in his early days, I used to have to stop from work sometime or 3 times for the week to carry him to early stimulation, and then another 2 appointments at the Bustamante Hospital for the same week. I remember sometimes some of my man judge said, boy, I don't have a physically challenged child. I just want to take days off from the work just to do something else. But, because of my faithfulness to Richard, I believe this is why today he can help himself much better. Being that role model, as I would say to my children, I've lost my business. I've lost everything in the business, but we do not lose our faith in God. And I've continued working with my children. It's rough days. Our finance has gone. But I still hold courage and continue to give our children their support, because I told them they are not going to live worse. They must live better. Despite of the burning down of the business, they must live better, because I've got confidence that God will not give us more than we can bear. And today I'm still holding my faith for better.
He is really a great father.
He's a supportive father, a hard-working, a dedicated father, and a committed father. You can always count on him anytime you need, you want him or any support. Thank you, Daddy, for being the best daddy in the whole world.
I love you, Daddy.
On the board this week, the Institute of Chartered Accountants Jamaica ICAJ Toastmasters Club End of Year Social 2016-17 will take place on June 29 at 3A Richmond Avenue, Kingston 10. Residents of Montego, Manchester and surrounding areas, come out on Wednesday, June 14 and join in the celebration of World Blood Donor Day with the National Blood Transfusion Unit in the Ministry of Health. This year's theme is What Can You Do? Give blood, give now, give often. The need is constant. The gratification is instant. The best way to celebrate World Blood Donor Day is to go out and give blood. So come participate at the Gulf View Hotel Main Auditorium, 5.5 Caledonia Road, Mandeville, Manchester. Time 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The University of Technology Jamaica Center for the Arts will be having its 2017 Kids Summerfest, where digital technology meets arts and culture. This will be held from July 3 to 28, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Registration for children ages 6 to 11 starts now. The deadline for registration is June 23. For more information, call 970-5019 or email culture@utech.edu.jm. And that's all for our community notices today. Send us your events for broadcast on the JIS Community Notice Board. Call 922-868022 or send an email to cbishop@jis.gov.jm.
Marcia husband, him a one of the biggest juggies.
Wait, somebody a scream.
Lord, them a bun down price to work and never pay the extortion money.
Who them man there? How would them a do with Jackie little daughter?
It's serious times. Speak up for justice and keep your eyes open. When you hear about any crime, report it. Silence brings violence.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Through an alliance of partners, Government Citizen Security and Justice Program CSJP is empowering at-risk young people aged 7 to 29 to resist crime and violence. And the intervention is modeled on a Brazilian program called Fight for Peace.
Fight for Peace is an NGO that uses boxing and martial arts as well as a holistic set of services for young people to help get young people that are living in violent communities out of crime and violence and into more positive life outcomes.
In this local version, dubbed Kick Out Crime and Violence, youth in 6 inner-city communities are engaged in personal development based on 5 pillars: boxing, martial arts, education, employability, youth support services, and youth leadership. Support to carry out the program has been boosted by a recent $20.7 million grant from the United Kingdom Department for International Development, DFID. It's allowing CSJP and its partners to implement the project in the communities of Hannahtown, Denhamtown, Trenchtown, Fletcher's Land, Parade Gardens, and Tivoli Gardens in Kingston. Throughout the week, youngsters in these communities are exposed to boxing, wrestling, and taekwondo classes, which are not just fun, but are also instilling discipline, self-esteem, confidence, and the strength to resist negativity. regardless of the circumstances.
It also teaches them to control their physical aggression and to use that aggression smartly, because the thing about these sports is that it's not necessarily the strongest person who wins, it's the person who has the most control over his or her physical strength. And so that has been proven to be a really effective bridge in teaching them about self-control in general. If you learn to control yourself in the sport, it's easier for you to learn how to control yourself in life.
Tell me guys, how would you define communication? So what is the interaction between two or more persons? Interacting anyway, we don't even have to use words. We don't have to use sign language or have meaning to words. Body language, gesture, gesticulation, and all those things, right? Or the act and the process of using words, sound, sign, or behavior to express or exchange information.
This social intervention program, which started in May 2016, is being jointly delivered in Jamaica using a network of social development partners already involved with youth development, including the Social Development Commission. Other partners are the Peace Management Initiative, Jamaica Defence Force, Jamaica Boxing Board of Control, Capoeira Alafia, Rise Life Management, Youth, Fletcher's Land Benevolent Society, Joytown, Boys Town, and Bread's Treasure Beach Foundation.
Well, working with the partners that are a part of the Fight for Peace network, we asked them to refer young people to us who they were already relating to in some way. So either it was a young person that was in one of their programs, but they don't think that the program was working as effectively for that young person, or somebody who had just dropped out of their program, or somebody that was kind of on their radar to come into another program.
The various groups meet at the JDF Up Park camp on Saturdays for the training session.
This is an opportunity, not just for us at the ministry, to really hold hands with you, Fight for Peace and DFID, as we engage our youth and empower our youth to become the ambassadors and the messengers in their communities.
I think Fight for Peace International and its partners in mixing sport, skill development and mentoring have had great success in the UK, Brazil, and also emerging in Jamaica to improve the lives of at-risk youth. We firmly believe that an effective government-led public health intervention targeting at-risk youth and the communities suffering most from the scourge of violence can really help improve community security in Jamaica.
The foundations of corporate empires are usually rooted in the minds of young, bright men and women who've dared the risks of becoming entrepreneurs. First, identifying opportunities that can create wealth, products and services that are in demand, and meeting those needs with unique innovation. Planning and establishing a business is no easy task, and operating successfully for any extended period is an even tougher job. But Jamaica's youth entrepreneurship policy and strategy gives young people with good business ideas a chance to operate more thriving long-term businesses and create their own income. Youth entrepreneurship is encouraged by both public and private organizations. It is also being fostered within schools and communities to instill the business bug early. And with more young persons owning businesses, they'd be helping to drive economic development and job creation, all of which can make a difference in the lives of other people. And that explains why support has been growing in areas of financing for startup and business experience. Government over the years has established various agencies for helping the youth set up and run their businesses. The National Center for Youth Development, NCYD, for example, continues to empower youth in entrepreneurship. Both attached and unattached young people are able to benefit from access to information through the establishment of youth information centers across the island and various programs that include training. Government has partnered with organizations such as Jamaica Youth Business Trust, to provide venture capital funds for persons under the age of 30, collateral requirement being only a sound business plan and a willingness to accept a mentor from the private sector. There is also the Youth Entrepreneurship Program, YEP, giving school leavers at the secondary and tertiary levels with strong entrepreneurial spirits the benefit of training and access to financing. Youths also have access to various business support services provided by the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, the premier business support organization. From the conception of a business idea, young entrepreneurs can get help through the stages of developing the business, planning, financing, starting, marketing, and growing. Indeed, the window of opportunity is open for our youths to access business support at the highest professional levels.
Speeding through life and the traffic lights till somebody get hurt and the tears start cry. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives. Make the road safe whether day or night, for pedestrians, passengers, cars and bikes. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives.
Hey man, it's our job to keep the road them safe. Have to take care of the youth them so we know them safe. And obey the road code, don't race. No bother with the speeding, cause make face. And check your light them at your tires and brakes. Riders and the pillions who left the helmet. Put on the cell phone, no send no text. No matter what color they on your plate.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you can save a life. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, I beg you please be safe. Wear your seatbelt to keep you safe, and make sure your helmet's in place when you're on the road.
Hey, follow me. Well, everybody drive good and walk good. Then teach the youth them how to cross good. I beg you obey the road signs, park good. And put the young ones in a car seats, all good. And everybody drive good and walk good. And we say young and old, I beg you cross good. Remember the dark clothes at night, that is not good. From you I use up the sidewalk, it's all good.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you can save a life. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, I beg you please be safe. Wear your seatbelt to keep you safe, and make sure your helmet's in place. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, when you're on the road.
And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Join us again tomorrow when we'll do this all over again. Until then, you can click online at jis.gov.jm and visit our YouTube channel to get the latest government information. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook and download our app from the Google Play Store to stay informed. I am Adrian Atkinson, wishing you peace and prosperity. Take care of your health, exercise, eat well, get adequate rest, and make every day a productive one.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.